I read a ton of thriller, mystery, and horror books, and the problem with that is I'm getting a little too good at guessing twists and endings in books, so here are a bunch of books that I thought were completely shocking. There are a lot of them, so I'm going to be doing this in multiple parts, so this is part one. The first book is The Unquiet Bones by Lorith Ann White, and it's available on Kindle Unlimited. This is a cold case detective style thriller, and the ending on this book had my jaw on the floor. I was so shocked and taken aback by it that I just simply will never forget it. The second book is The Wrong Sister by Claire Douglas. This book follows two sisters who decide to switch houses for a vacation, and then there is an attack and one of the husbands gets unalived. The thing about the twist in this book is it's just so wild and out of left field that my mind couldn't have come up with it even if I had all the time in the world to try to figure it out. It kept me guessing. It was nuts and I just loved it. Then we have The Only One Left by Riley Sager. This book follows a caregiver who goes to live in the home of a woman who was thought to have unalived her entire family. She's been exonerated, but there are still rumors about her. Okay, actually I was able to guess one twist in this book. However, the twists just keep coming in this book, and if you're able to guess even more than one of them, then I'm very impressed and think that you are way smarter than I am. Just Another Missing Person by Gillian McAllister follows a detective who's looking into the disappearance of a woman who went down a dead-end alley and completely vanished. She was on the security footage and then she just wasn't. I read this book early as an ARC, and when I tell you I just wanted so desperately to talk to somebody about it because it was just absolutely wild. The entire time I was just trying to rack my brain around what was going on in this story. There was so many twists that just came out of complete left field that I just wasn't even considering as a possibility. It was wild. I had a great time. You guys should read this. And of course you can't mention a twisty book without mentioning Rock, Paper, Scissors. This one follows a couple who goes on a retreat in Scotland and they think they won this trip, but then it turns out that they didn't win it and one of them is lying, and this book blew my mind. This is one of those books that I am shocked when people tell me that they guess the twist because I felt so incredibly dumb when I was reading this. When the first twist in this book happens, I was like, excuse me, what? And I started going back and looking for context clues, and honestly I think even had I read it now, knowing all of the things that I know about how twists are written, I still wouldn't have guessed this one. Okay, now leave me a comment letting me know if you've read any of these books and if you guessed the twist. Oh, and leave me a comment of the most jaw-dropping books you've ever read.